know that the Ugandan government does not buy food for its prisoners? But if so, how then do they feed? Uganda government has got prison farms scattered all over the country, but mainly in rural areas. Some of these include Ibuga in Kasese district, Rimi in Kabarole district, Isimba in Masindi district, just to mention but a few. According to a study, these prison farms contribute 35% to the prisoners' feeding requirements, and the prisoners are as well trained in various agricultural disciplines. Though these prison farms may be quite a number, area code drives you to one of the prison farms known as Isimba Government Prison Farm, located in Masindi district. Strategically situated on 3,000 acres of land, Isimba Prison Farm boasts of being among the main food suppliers to all prisons in the country. Dear viewer, don't wander any further as area code takes you inside the farm.
Once again, welcome to this program, Area Code. Today I'm bringing you Isimba Government Prison Farm. This is where we are, right here deep in Masindi district. Prison is not all about locking prisoners inside the prison. They also have several activities that take place. Within the show, we are going to be bringing you a lot about the prisoners right here in Masindi district. My name is Destiny Joan once again, and you are most welcome to this episode.
Established in 1962, Isimba Prison Farm contributes a total revenue of 250 million as consolidated fund every financial year. Isimba stands out to be the only prison farm that practices mixed farming, while others specialize in particular crops. To give us further details about Isimba is Mr. Nabimanya Eric.
Isimba Prison Farm is a typical example of a mixed farm. And at the farm, we basically produce three major crops. We have commercial maize production. We are in the maize seed production at times. We grow sugarcane, but sugarcane basically is for generation of government revenue. This money, when it is generated, first and foremost, it is we are outgrowers of Chinyara Sugar Limited. We grow this sugar cane, then Chinyara harvests it, and then they pay the government. We also engage in livestock production, and livestock production we are keeping brown cows. These are beef animals, they are not milkers. And while we keep the beef animals, they grow very fast. And the advantage of it is that at the end of every year, we provide meat to our inmates and staff. We always grow maize on 700 acres, sugarcane 350 acres, and the rest of the land is for animals. Also, the staff are allowed to cultivate part of that land. They have like 200 acres where they also cultivate so that they can survive. We have gone to another level of rehabilitation so that these people are being corrected. They are rehabilitated through the farming activities, given trades, such that when they are released, they are better citizens. And that one definitely will increase their income, and probably it will reduce on the levels of recidivism. Recidivism is the rate at which prisoners always come back to prisons. Somebody is in prison today, is released, tomorrow is coming back, maybe probably because outside he has less he's doing. And all that is meant to improve the nutrition of the prisoners. For us, the trick is when prisoners are healthy, they become more productive. When we are admitting prisoners, we do the screening. The screening is not by testing. We don't have the testing facility here. But we ask them, for instance, if we have prisoners who are on ARVs and they have records, we return them. Like if by mistake those reception centers send some people and on admission here, we find that they have the records that they have been on ARVs. We always return them back to Kampala. First of all, it's their obligation as part of their sentence to provide labor as part of the sentence, as a consequence of sentence. However, the government these days gives them money. Prisoners are earning, there is prisoners earning scheme. And prisoners, for the last 1 year and a half, prisoners are being paid. It was not there for very many years until of recent, thanks to the Commissioner General of Prisons, who has initiated this idea again so that prisoners, they can earn some money. We try as much as possible to observe their rights. So that's what we have been trying to do. There are human rights committees for both prisoners and staff, so that we're able to look at small detail if there is an abuse of human rights. Any prisoner on release is paid up to where he came back. Somebody who comes from Kampala, for instance, we give him 18,000. Somebody from Warua, they get 36,000. So we give them the transport back to their places. Basically, that's what we're doing here, and eventually I'll take you around and you look at what you do in the farm.
Later on, we are taken around the farm, and to our first sight, we see the livestock. It was such an amazing scenery to watch the graceful cattle taking their steps. It is a very large number, with a total of 447 heads of cattle grazing on this farm. We then meet a prison officer in charge of these cattle. It was entertaining to learn a lot about this livestock farm, as Rebecca further explains.
I'm number 7547 Barung, Assistant Matron Barung Rebecca, and I'm the in charge livestock.
So what are the main duties involved?
The main duties involved in this, one of the main one is this one you are just watching right now, the dipping. Because when you don't carry out the dipping, then you can easily invite in the tick-borne diseases in your farm and you can end up losing your animals. So you must ensure the dipping is done weekly, once in a week. Because that dip wash stays in the dip tank for quite a period of time. As you do so, you will be maintaining the level of your dip tank. Secondly, the other dip tank has a chemical. So when you leave animals to go when they are very wet, the chemical will be spread on your pasture. You will automatically be poisoning your animals. That's why we ensure that the animals must dry first, then you release them out.
You as a person, how do you benefit from this?
That's why I'm getting my school fees and whatever to cater for my family. Then secondly, I'm getting experience. As I'm doing this work, I get a chance to get practical experience. And to be known by people like the way you have come now. The other person who is on the other side will not be seen, but for me, I've got this chance to get to know. Yes.
All right, thank you very much for this wonderful information.
You're watching the Area Code with Destiny Joan Namara.
Isimba being a mixed farm, various agricultural activities are carried out just like this one. On our interaction with some of the prisoners, these farming activities engage their day as it makes them healthy and more productive.
My name's Komakech Samuel. I've spent here 1 year. What I've benefited from here is to learn how to do farming like maize and such other crops like beans, soya, and what else. When I wake up, I just wake up when I'm feeling normal and I know we have to go and work. We have our breakfast, we go and work for 6 hours. That's only 6 hours. Unless if the job is we are having so many work, at least they give us an extra 30 minutes or an hour. We don't go exceeding that hours. When we reach the farm, they tell us to wait for instructions, and they instruct us that today the target is of weeding maize. Let us weed this maize. That's what normally they instruct us. Then after that, we carry on with the job. My plans are to go back, dig, I get some money, then I start some more business of mine on my own.
After a while, we had to happily admit that Isimba is indeed a large farm. Due to the long distances, we had to get ourselves onto a truck to view the whole area. Let's drive. We were wowed by another large section of maize crops. It just seemed like the start. Area Code interacts with the farm manager.
I'm glad you are still watching Area Code, and we are still here at Isimba Government Prison Farm. With me is Mr.
I'm called Mr. Eric Bernard. I'm an agriculture officer as well as the farm manager of Isimba Prison Farm.
Great. As the farm manager, how do you manage all these shambas?
It is really very challenging, but what I majorly do before a season starts, I really need to make sure that I write a requisition to our bosses in headquarters, and they are the ones who supply us with all these inputs, from the seed, they supply us the fertilizer, they supply us fuel, and then they also supply us hose to help us during the whole process.
The prisoners are the ones who provide labor. Don't you get instances where some of them escape?
They do, but it is very minimal. The major reason as to why it is very minimal is that before every morning before they come to the farm, we talk to them and help them appreciate what they are going to do. What they are going to do is always production. And when they are going to produce, we always tell them that these skills they are going to acquire won't only help the government, but will also help them. So somebody who's really interested in learning will work as they are learning, such that they can go out and be able to look after themselves.
Great.
The maize is majorly commercial, and we also encourage other people with smaller pieces of land to go into vegetables, because vegetables can take a very small piece of land, and go into that, do vegetables and do it properly and professionally, such that you can be able to sell it and earn something for yourself.
It's a variety of green vegetables, the tomatoes, the eggplants, and the other species commonly known as intruders you have seen before.
Some machines, just like these trucks, each having a specific role, for example, the plowing machine, planter, boom sprayer, just to mention, were availed to these prisoners to ease their work.
These are some of the equipments that they use to do their commercial farming. They always produce quality, and at the end of the day, we get the government revenue. And as you see behind me, there are some of the equipments used to produce quality products here. Remember, you are still watching Area Code.
After a long day of hard work, all food crops are gathered, sorted, processed, and later consumed. Not only do they consume the food, but also sell out on commercial basis. They never go hungry. This was so eye-catching, and to our surprise, we realized that each maize crib keeps 1,000 bags of maize. At the end of the day, Area Code had a lot to learn and enjoy.
Well, thank you so much for being with us throughout the show. This has been Area Code at Isimba Government Prison Farm. There is a lot that you have to learn. There is a lot they do, there is a lot going on, different types of crops. It's all not about rehabilitation, but they also do commercial farming and provide services and provide revenue to government. So please, if you're there is a lot of things to tour in your country. Prisoners are not just inside locked, but they also have a lot going on. I have enjoyed this episode, and there is a lot I have enjoyed. I've moved around. This has been the area code. Well, in the meantime, as usual, go to our Facebook page, UBC TV Uganda, follow the Twitter page, that is the hashtag area code UBC, and then follow us on Facebook page, that is area code Facebook UBC. Give us a comment, tell us about the show. Remember, we are always there for you. The show is all about you. My name is Destiny Joanne. Let's do this again next week. Same day. Have a blessed week ahead.